Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me get set up here. Yes, I have a splitting headache. Look at these. These aren't Excedrins. Yeah. That's a big day today. We got big stuff going on. Got to get prepared. Got to get prepared, everyone. Got to hydrate. Well, people are saying got to hydrate. I don't sleep. No, I did. I got a lot of sleep last night. I did pretty good. Last night. I went to bed at, I think, 8:30. I rolled out of bed around 4, I think. Was it like 4 a.m. and I started, working on my video. Yeah, gotta hydrate. I actually have fresh water bottles in the fridge over there. I think I'll get one. Hang on. All right, let's see. Here's some pills. I missed the DC live stream Troll Fest, says Slade Wilson. I'm hearing a little bit about that. I don't know how I feel about it. All right, soon I'll feel better. What happened? So apparently DC does this thing where they talk about the books that they've got coming out. And what happened? A bunch of people went over there and started trolling the chat. Mike and Mitch were worried about your radio silence last night. I went to sleep. You know what it is? I swear to God, I need to start getting 8 hours in a row. I need to get 8 hours in a row. I can't just, lately I've been getting 4 hours. Okay. I get 4 hours at night. I wake up, I get back to work. I mean, I have to find time to draw. So I'm like drawing and it's like 4 hours. And then I'm like, I'm going to get another nap sometime. And then I kind of get a nap, but Ava will sort of pull my hair. I'll fall asleep on the couch or something just because I want to be around them, my family. And it's just like Ava will pull my hair. She'll jump on my face. I might get an hour. of sleep. So, oh my God, what is this? DC Live equals epic. So anyway, Mitch and Mike didn't need to worry. I was upset at some stuff that happened with Mitch and Elizabeth. But I think that, I encouraged him. By the way, all right, let's turn this music off. It's enough of this. Look at this gangster. All right, so look, Mike called me yesterday, or actually I called him because I saw that I had a message on my phone. This is Mitch Breitweiser we're talking about, I should say. Mitch Breitweiser called me on Friday, and then he's just like, well, I didn't answer the phone. I just saw the message, and he says, oh, I butt dialed you. And I was like, oh, okay, well, listen, a lot of people are butt dialing me right now, so to speak. And he's just like, I'm like, is everything okay? And he was just like, yeah, and he didn't sound like everything was okay. Honestly, to be frank, he didn't sound like everything was okay to me. And that concerned me. And I said, what's going on? And he's like, well, me and Elizabeth were going to go to this convention and it's being swarmed by SJWs who are insisting that people write in, like have a writing campaign to the convention promoters and basically just get us disinvited or try to make us uncomfortable, whatever it is. Look, here's the thing. You don't want to go to a convention where people are going to make a big deal about you politically because it's just unsafe. Being at a convention, you are at the absolute most vulnerable that you can possibly be. Everyone knows who you are, and you don't know who anybody else is, and you just trust that people either are going to greet you with apathy or with love and respect, one of the two. But I mean, not hostility. When people are waiting in line to meet you and get you to sign something for them, you're hoping that they're not out to throw acid in your face or something like that. So he was concerned. He was absolutely, concerned about this, and he's like, "I'm not going to talk about it." He's like, "We're going to back out of this. We're going to back out of this convention." I mean, to talk to the convention promoter, hear that they're shook up, and then their response to us isn't, "Well, we're gonna protect you. You're our guests, and what's happening to you is that you are being harassed. That's obvious. We're gonna stand by you." To have the convention promoter say, "Well, we're going to investigate this further," which is kind of a neutral statement. What would an investigation prove? That Mitch and Elizabeth are murderers who deserve to be attacked at the convention? What is there to find out? They're your guests. You want to protect them. People want to meet them. And so he was really down about it. Now I've said over and over again to everybody, "Hail Caesar!" Thank you, Thick Wids. I appreciate that. Good morning, everyone. Again, this is again for people just coming in. 177 people watching this morning. No, 192. This is Comic Artist Pro Secrets morning show. I am Ethan Van Sciver. I'm going solo today. I'm going solo. Um, uh, I tell everybody who wants to join Comicsgate, who feels like they want to align with Comicsgate. I'm just like, look, this is going to be a major change in your life when you do this. When you do this, you are announcing to the comic book industry that you value the comic book customer far more than you value your fellow professionals and their opinions. Michael, thanks for $5 super chat for Uncle E. Oh, I appreciate that. That's nice of you. And that is a thing that's going to get people upset. And so you're going to get into arguments with people. All right, let me see. You guys want the camera on? You want to look at me right now? Hold on. All right. I mean, it's gonna be, yeah, it's like bright. Here I am. Love you too. What you're doing is and don't make fun of the color. It's dark in here. The light is down, and the only light is coming off the iPads right now. So of course I look blue. I look ghostly. Yeah. So of course, I tell people, I say, if you want, if you want to be a part of this, you have to be prepared for the consequences, and they are going to be shocking to you. Like when I tell you that you are going to be the subject of harassment, I'm not kidding. I'm. This isn't something that I'm playing around with. I'm not joking. You are going to be the subject of harassment. People are going to attack you. People are going to make your life hell. They're going to write nasty, disgusting articles about you. In return, you are going to stand up and be brave and stand on principle, support your fans, talk about how much you love your fans, and do great comics. And they'll take care of you. There's so many moments in life where you do just have to trust. You have to do what's right, not what's convenient, what's comfortable, what's safe. You have to do what's right, and you have to fall backwards into the arms of your fans. When you're a comic book professional, when you're any kind of a professional, you have to do what's right, and then just trust that despite what they tell you, the majority of people are good people, and they're kind, and they're sane, and they're nice, and they're not going to ostracize you or beat you. And there are weirdos. There are definitely weirdos. But most people are good. Most people are good. So I told Mitch, you have to talk about it. You have no choice but to talk about it. When Tim Doyle doxed my private information, Tim Doyle somehow, and I'm sure he's lying about how, Tim Doyle found out that I have foreclosure on my record. I have a foreclosure. And he's just like, Ethan has a and he felt like, or no, he said, well, maybe now that Ethan's making money on his Indiegogo, he can clear up that foreclosure. Tim is so stupid, he doesn't even know what a foreclosure is. You don't clear it up. It's not a debt. It's just something. It's a bad mark on your credit. It was a strategic. So I had to, and I was mortified. I was like, how dare somebody go into my private finances and start to reveal it to the internet just out of hate? How dare they do that? How dare they? It's an outrage. And Zach, Diversity in Comics, he sent me a message. He said, "What you got to talk about this?" He's like, "What is this? Is this true?" And I was like, "It is true." And I told him why it's true. He said, "You have to go tell that story. You have to go straight to the people and be honest with them." And it's like, damn it, like I have no privacy. I can't just keep like embarrassing things to myself. People will find out. People will expose them. And if it's true, if what they're saying is true, you need to tell your fans. It's like, and explain what's going on, and then just trust them to understand. So I did a big live stream, and I just explained to them. I was like, yeah, I was living in North Carolina. I'd recently been divorced. My divorce was final. Andrea was pregnant, and we were dating. She was in New Jersey. We were dating like long, far away. I still owned this house that I was stuck with. We were severely underwater with. And just circumstances just made it so that I had to leave my house. I couldn't sell my house. I couldn't just. I would have been $30,000 in debt if I did that. And I just decided the best thing to do would be take the hit, walk away, and default on my mortgage and start life over again with Andrea. Now we ended up losing that baby. But it was the right thing to do. I have absolutely no regrets about it. And dredging it up again was extremely personal and painful, and I didn't like having to do it. I'm not gonna cry. Gavin's just like, I hope he doesn't start crying. No, I'm. No, I'm not gonna cry. But yeah, that is it's a personal thing, and it's nasty. You don't want to have to do it, but you have to do it. You have to do it. Mitch has to do it. Look, my hat's crooked. Mitch, you have to do it. You have to go to your fans, and you and just say, hey, explain what's going on. You have to tell them. So it's like there's something embarrassing about having to admit that, and I don't know why it's embarrassing, but it is having to admit that SJWs are harassing you and making it so that you can't appear at a convention anymore. It's embarrassing. You don't want to have to talk about it. It's uncomfortable to talk about. Stephen 4X, 5 pounds. Thank you. People have started to stand up to these SJWs, have to start to stand up to these SJWs, so they will never back down. Reclaim culture. Also, good morning, folks. Good morning, Stephen 4X. That's correct. You have to stand up. So I told Mitch, you have to talk about it. You and Elizabeth have to talk about why you're not going to this convention and who did this to you. Have to, so that was the conversation I had with Mitch, and I hope he does. I think he is going to talk about this. I think Elizabeth did release a statement saying that she feels uncomfortable, she feels unsafe at this convention, and that's a good thing. That's the right thing to do. My camera's blurry. Why is that? Hi. Today's a big day. Today, I'm going to be on the Andrew Klavan show, which is going to be super cool. Can't wait. That's at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to go on. I'm going to wear this Fandom Menace t-shirt. For a while, I was thinking, should I dress up? Should I put on a jacket? Should I put on a tie maybe? And then I thought, no, that's not who I am, is it? I am fandom. I am comics. I am, all about this culture, all about the pop culture, and so why hide it? Let's be who we are. Let's represent the Fandom Menace and be proud of it. So this is how I'm going to dress, and I think that's a fine thing. I've also got I'm watching Ava all day today, so this is going to be kind of an interesting situation. Now, what has happened? I just did a video. I just put up a video about Rian Johnson. Let's talk about Star Wars just a little bit. Okay. Stefan, oh my God. Oh. So Andrea said, are you going to tell them? And I said, yeah, I'm going to tell them. She said, you always have to be honest with your fans. I said, I know. I fell off the wagon. I fell off the wagon. I had pie last night, and it was really good. It was really, really good. Yeah, I had pie last night. So Ava wanted pie. For some reason, apple pie came up. They were talking about apple pie upstairs, and I said, I'll go get some pie. And Andrea said, "You're going to get some pie. You're going to fall off the. You're going to fall off the wagon." I said, "I'm going to fall. I'm jumping off the wagon. I'm getting some pie." It had been 17 days. 17 days sober from pie. So piety. I went to Wawa's, which is basically like 7-Eleven. It's a little convenience store, drugstore. No, don't say no. I'm telling you. 17 days of sobriety. Last night, off the wagon. I had two. Are they no Tasty Cake? Two Tasty Cake pilots. They're not like the pilots. They're not like the Hostess ones. They're smaller, but they come in a little tiny pie tin, a miniature pie tin. Tasty Cake. I think they're like a Pennsylvania brand. I don't know if they have them worldwide, but Tasty Cake is awesome. I went out. I got 4 Tasty Cake pies. One was a blueberry, one was an apple, and 2 were lemon pies. Now, lemon is my favorite thing in the world. Andrew will tell you this. I like lemon everything. I like lemonade. I like lemon pies. And I like, I like the smell of lemon in the bathroom. Use lemon cleansing products, please. I like lemon cake for my birthday. And my birthday's coming up. My birthday is on Monday. My birthday's Monday. Crazy. So I hope to have a lemon cake for my birthday. Andrew, if you're listening. No, I don't like lemon party. No, not lemon party. No. But anyway, so Andrea had the apple pie. She's like, I'll take the apple one. And then Ava and I split the lemon pie. Okay. We were both sharing it, like the one lemon pie. And then I went, I will eat the other lemon pie. And Andrea said, well, I'll take the blueberry pie. And then she started to eat the blueberry pie and it made her sick. She's like, ew, this is like blueberry jelly garbage. And she didn't finish it. But I did eat about 1.5 of these little lemon pies. And Ava ate the other half, and it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. So look, reset the counter, reset the clock. Sobriety when it comes to pie is back down to 000. I have gone, I've gone maybe 12 hours without a pie. 12 hours without pie. It was awesome. I have no regrets. I have no regrets. I went 17 days without a pie. I did go ahead. I had a little pie. It wasn't like a whole pie. It wasn't like what I would normally have. It's just a miniature pie. Am I ashamed? No, I feel no shame. I feel like I deserve it. I've had a hell of a week. I've had a hell of a week. Cyberfrog is doing really well. When we launched the Cyberfrog, the initial campaign, and it did like, when we first launched it did $94,000 in the first 24-hour period. But in the first 12-hour period, it was up to $50,000. And we went out to dinner. We went to Chicky and Pete's and had beers and had crab legs and stuff like that. And it was great. It was great. So a pie for what's going on with Cyberfrog right now. By the way, Cyberfrog has been relaunched. Do you know that? Are you guys aware of that? Michael McLaughlin, thanks for $5. I think you need to go on the offensive, go to non-garbage tier media, and point out what Comicsgate really is. Clavin is a good start. Be proactive. Well, I'm doing it. I'm doing that. They're burning out right now. You want to see? Oh my God. There's this dude. Oh my God, dude. This dude. My I gotta do 50 push-ups. I'll do 50 push-ups. That's cool. I'll do them on my fist too. But there's this dude named Kieran Shiak. And Kieran Shiak is kind of an even more effeminate version of Tim Doyle. He's English. He's on his hobby horse. Like, he's this skinny little nerdy dude with. He looks exactly like the Soy Boy sketch. Everyone does. Everyone looks like the Soy Boy sketch. Anyway, Kieran Shiak has been on a hobby horse to destroy me because I'm a Nazi. He's like, you're a Nazi. Ethan Van Sciver's a Nazi. I want Ethan Van Sciver thrown out of comics. That's what I want to do. I want him out of here. Kieran is a weirdo who basically cyberbegs for a living. He's a very, very strange kid. He was fired from his job at Comic Alliance. Fired. For what? I don't know. Incompetence. He goes around now. He writes little sad articles for CBR. Polygon picked him up. So he's been planning. He's wanted to do an article about me for so long, but people can see that he's so crazy with hate for me that nobody will publish his article. Nobody will publish the article. So Doug TenNapel doesn't look like the Soy Boy sketch. He doesn't. No, he doesn't. He doesn't match the. That's not Doug. Nobody will publish it, but because Comicsgate is now, it's like war on Comicsgate right now. All cannons fire. We got to put these people down. Oh my God. Half a dozen people are in Comicsgate. Half a dozen pros are in Comicsgate. They're making money. All cannons fire, all hands on deck. Shut these guys down. You can't shut us down. You have no power over us. You have no power here, bitch. You have no power over us. So you can keep doing it. You can keep writing articles, essentially just keep telling the same people over and over again that we're bigots and all this nonsense. So Kieran Shiak's article came out last night. I wasn't aware of it. Let me see here. Screen share. Here we go. Top comic creators. Can you guys see this? Is this up? I don't know. No, it's not up, is it? Is it up? How come that didn't work? Oh, I got to hit this button too. Okay, that's fair. Looks Max Nike. He says, EVS, you need to sleep. No, I did. I slept already. I'm up. I got some sleep last night. I was ready. All right, so this is Kieran Shiak here. You can see his name, Kieran Shiak. He's a weirdo. Top comics creators denounce Comicsgate for the first time. Hey, bitch, I am the top comic creator at this point. Sorry. And you'll soon see. Peter Mayer says, did you shower? Of course I did. I don't do anything without showering. I can't get up and have a day without showering and brushing my teeth. That's ridiculous. Shiak, or is it Shake? Diversity Comics pronounces this Shake. I pronounce it Shiak. Writers and artists this weekend Writers and artists took this weekend to condemn harassment and bigotry in the comics community. Oh, and also send us pictures of their assholes. Also weaponize the widow of Darwin Cooke. Make her go out and say curse words at comic skaters, and then complain when she got a response. They did all kinds of crazy things. They wished penis cancer on fans. And wished death. So that's what they did. They took this weekend to do that. And so far, it's been pretty good for us. I mean, I have to say, I have no complaints. Cyberfrog Blood Honey is back up right now. People said, when are you going to put Cyberfrog Blood Honey? I didn't get a copy. How can I buy Cyberfrog Blood Honey? I said, well, I'll think of something. And I put it back up. We'll talk about that after this. So it's doing great. This is actually very helpful. This is the art right here of Darwin Cooke. The Justice League is drawn by the late Darwin Cooke. By the way, Darwin Cooke, friend of mine. High-profile creators, in other words, unemployed and unemployable creators in the comic book industry, who are basically all SJWs. I'll show you that in a minute. There are a few that are good. Have been slow to condemn the rise of Comicsgate. A campaign. Oh, by the way, no. They've been slow because they don't care. They're normal people. This weekend, a wave of harassment aimed at legendary creator's widow. Out of nothing, out of the blue. Kieran, you want to explain that? Got writers and art illustrators to rally together in making statements against intolerance in the comic book community. I mean, these people are, basically, people, somebody like Scott Adams talks about how people are living two different realities. I mean, there's two different realities out there. There are people who think that everything's fine, and then there are people who, think that the world is coming to an end. And so the people who are living this one reality in which everything is fine, look at the people who think the world is coming to an end kind of oddly, in a kind of weird way. They have no choice. None of this makes any sense. I mean, absolutely none of this makes any sense. On August 21st, a Twitter user posted a clip from an interview with deceased comic legend Darwin Cooke, best known for his work on DC, The New Frontier, and tagged it #Comicsgate. This caught the attention of Cooke's widow, Marcia Cooke. No, it didn't. Somebody actually got Marcia Cooke and said, hey, look at this, because Marcia Cooke's Twitter account had been shut down. She actually restarted her Twitter account. So it's not like she was monitoring Twitter. Somebody let her know and weaponized her and told her what to say. Now, look, that video with Darwin Cooke, feel free to look at it. It speaks for himself. It speaks for itself. You can look at that video clip and you can make up your own mind about what Darwin thought. Was Darwin just in a bad mood? I don't know. I have no idea. But what he said in that interview and other interviews like it kind of sums up his state of mind, his feelings, his beliefs far better, I think, than any of his other friends or anyone else ever could. I would go straight to the guy here and I would listen to what he had to say. And then, so Marcia Cook denounced the movement. Her response, by the way, her denunciation, of course, was to call a lot of people names, a lot of strangers who didn't know who she was. They didn't know who she was. So her response provoked a string of threatening tweets, some going so far as to imply that her objection to her husband's name being linked to Comicsgate was some sort of false flag, that she had been coached or bribed into making quote unquote. That's interesting. I've only just now realized that that's probably what happened because, again, Marcia Cook's Twitter account was down. Like Gamergate, there's nothing, it's not anything like Gamergate. Comicsgate has prominent personalities associated with it. Among them, Ethan Van Sciver. That's correct. That is correct. I am Comicsgate. Just like you guys, I am Comicsgate. And proud of it. I'm really proud of this movement. I was talking to my wife this morning just about this. I was just like, I'm proud of these people. I'm proud of what we're doing. I'm proud of our response. I'm proud of our reaction to being told to get dick cancer. I hope comic skaters die of dick cancer. I'm proud of the way we responded to that. I'm proud of the way that we decided that what we would do instead was mobilize and raise $10,000 for charity for male cancer charities. I mean, that's awesome. Male cancer research and hospitals in Great Britain. I think that's a fine use of our time. I think it's a fine use of our money. It's a fine use of our energy, and it actually says something about who we are. So I'm very proud of us. Jedi Knight, friend of Captain Solo. The people I grew up with are SJWs, and they hate me now. Wow, that's the thing. They are a hate campaign. Do you hate them? Now, listen, I hate SJWs, but I've been brought to that situation. I've learned to hate SJWs. I didn't hate SJWs initially. It took a long time. At first, I wanted to talk to them. Now I don't want to talk to them. I want them to go away, and they will not go away. Van Sciver has a history of online bullying. Really? All right, this better not be porn. It's this article again. Van Sciver, never do this. Never apologize for anything. This is absolute bullshit. I was being bullied, which has been documented extensively. What is this? This is going to be porn. Oh, the return of Ethan Van Sciver's mean streak. By the way, don't be surprised if you see a new comic book from me called Mean Streak. What a great name. I think I'm going to get a new Flash speedster character and name him Mean Streak and just call it the return of Ethan Van Sciver's Mean Streak. This is a disgusting, pathetic article. This was me trying to talk to some people who were calling me a Nazi and invite them on my show to chat with them. Now, do not try to talk to these people. When I say don't try to talk to SJWs, they're not normal people. That's what I mean. Me saying to Daryl Ayo, hey, I see you calling me a Nazi. I see you calling John Malin a Nazi. Are you willing to come on to my live stream? You're awake. I see you're awake. Come onto my live stream and talk with us about it, and you'll see. You'll see our humanity. We'll see yours, and we can talk this through and maybe agree to disagree. But I mean, calling people a white supremacist or a Nazi is not okay. It's not an okay thing. This was back when that meant something. It doesn't mean anything now. They decided, of course, because he's an SJW, he decided to turn this into a whole big thing. Oh, he's harassing me by inviting me to talk. It's harassment. Completely disingenuous bullshit. And by the way, documented extensively. In other words, like with articles like this is what they do. They will write articles and then use those articles as proof, and then they'll write more articles and use the prior articles as proof. It is pathetic. Let's see. So I have used my YouTube channel, to promote interviews with controversial figures in genre media, including Vox Day, also including Mark Waid, also including Dan Slott, also including various people. I mean, go back and look at. Yeah, I had Vox Day on to basically make fun of him. I mean, that's a fact. You can go back and look at that interview. I had Vox Day on to talk to him about the fact that he said he would be bigger than me one day, within a year. I think he's got 4 months to go. And prominent Comicsgate voice Richard Meyer, your boy Zach, your boy, who runs the ironically named Twitter account Diversity and Comics. That's not ironic. It's not ironic. The subject is diversity and comics. It's genuine. Doesn't mean he likes it. It means he would like to discuss what this phrase means. What this phrase means. So that's what it is. Meyer also hosts a YouTube channel on which he's made numerous racist and transphobic statements with regards to comics creators, including Ta-Nehisi Coates. Hey, Matasaba, thanks for 10 pounds. EVS, do you know Scott Adams? Do you think we could get him on the stream? I don't know him yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to get to know him. I'm getting to know people, and people are starting to notice me. I will soon. I promise you, within a year, I will be friends with Scott Adams. I think he's the greatest guy. I love his work. I love his ideas. I think he's inspiring. Yeah, Scott Adams, absolutely ASAP. Blah, blah, blah. All right, disclosure. In this writer's own experience, you're not a writer, dude. You're a e-beggar. I've clashed with prominent Comicsgate figures in the past, and I've been on the receiving end of this is incredible. This is incredible. This guy has balls, man. His entire life is a harassment campaign aimed at me. His entire life. This article, this is part of his harassment campaign against me. I don't even know who this dude is. I didn't know who he was until he started harassing me. These people go out there and they start flinging mud and calling names and being rude to people. And then when people respond, they go, I'm being harassed. This is why everyone hates SJWs. And everyone does hate SJWs. After Marsha Cooke asked Van Sciver and his followers, she asked me, no, let's rephrase this. This is all disingenuous. She said, I called everyone names, and these people, some of them follow you. Tell them to stop being mean to me. I said, mute them, Marsha. Me getting up there, you're not going to get me up there. I am not your shield. I am not your cudgel. I'm not your weapon. I'm not going to get up there and tell the fans that you just told to fuck off to stop bothering you. Mute them. That's the thing to do. If you don't want to get attacked by people on the internet, don't attack people on the internet. That usually works. 90% of the time that works. Solar Galax, thanks for $5. Consider expanding your influence to other platforms like Steemit, BitChute, Minds, Gab as backup. Make it harder to deplatform you and Comicsgate. I will. I need some help with that, guys. Remember who you're talking to. You're talking to a boomer. You're talking to a boomer. I don't know how to do this stuff. So if some of you want to message me and say, hey, we'll help you, we'll walk you through it, I'd appreciate that. I'm very, you know how I am. Mishka, hi, Uncle Ethan. Hey, Mishka, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Tiberius Caligula Nero goes, I can stop watching this show whenever I want. I stop watching this show when the assworm Jim. Oh, you're not a fan of Doug. Okay, well, I'm doing this solo today. I'm doing it solo today. I get, it's hard to juggle people all the time, so I'm happy to go solo. Let's see. So I then called on SJWs in quotes. So they're a real thing, Kieran. You are one of them. You are one of the main SJWs, Kieran. I call on you, and I call on idiots like you to apologize to Marsha for putting her in the spot that she finds herself in. Absolutely. And by the way, and for taking pleasure in it and for making it a thing. Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself, but you're not, because SJWs have zero shame. They have a lot of dirty facial hair, and they have their hand out for e-bucks so that they can buy sandwiches. But they have zero shame. Zero shame. Marsha Cooke's experience and Van Sciver's response seemed to be the motivation that many high-profile comic creators needed to speak out about Comicsgate for the first time. That is Jeff Lemire. That's fine. Bill Sienkiewicz, by the way, Jeff Lemire's response was weird. Comicsgate is based on fear, intolerance, bigotry, and anger. You better believe it is. We're based on fear of being deplatformed by SJWs, fear of losing our jobs because of SJW harassment campaigns. Comicsgate is based on the fact that these people are intolerant of us, that they make our lives difficult. They harass us with their weirdo articles like this one. Bigotry, it's all based on the bigotry of SJWs against Republicans. They make up accusations. They say that we don't like women and whatever, transgender people, gay people. Hey, Comicsgate is women, transgendered people, and LGBT people. It is. And POC. I like saying POC now. I didn't used to say that. Now I sing it to Michael Jackson. I'm like, I want to have you on my show. POC, people of color, come come join us at Comicsgate, and we'll sell lots of comics for you, and we'll treat you like normal people. We won't treat you like you are in need of our help all the time and fragile babies. You can join this community. You can be treated like an adult. POC. I forgot how it goes from there. I can't remember how Michael Jackson's PYT goes. I usually turn it off and flip it over to Billie Jean. Bill Sienkiewicz. Bill Sienkiewicz, he has denounced the movement. Not anymore. Bill Sienkiewicz is on my Facebook in my private messages, apologizing to us for the way we are being treated. He is a normal person. I mean, ultimately, Bill is an ideologue, but he ain't no SJW. He just sent me a message this morning, and he said, "I'm not going to deny." Okay, he says, "I'm not going to deny that post," and he's referring to the post about dick cancer, "was awful. But in the desire of civility and détente, I'm trying to teach out to calm things down." And now he's saying, "I'm not the leader of the opposition by any means, but I think civility is warranted." Yeah, that's a good message, Bill. That's quite different from Kieran Shiak, who was saying war, hate, war and hate. No, Bill is saying, "Holy shit, you guys, these people are nuts, and I am not their leader." Yeah, you are their leader. All right, so after Sienkiewicz's post, high-profile creators joined in. Tom Taylor, who wrote Green Lantern: Edge of Oblivion with me. He's Australian. I like Tom. He blinks a lot. He's always blinking. He's a blinky guy. And he's all right. Like I said, I had a nice lunch with him and Eddie Berganza at a crab restaurant in New York City. It was very nice. That's where I first met him, and we did an okay thing together. We did Edge of Oblivion, was fine. All right, so let's see who else. Fabian Nicieza, Gail Simone, Nicholas Scott. I love Nicholas Scott. She's a sweetheart. Jordan D. White, Cullen Bunn. He's cool. I work with Cullen Bunn on some Sinestro stuff. Cullen Bunn came out and said that Sinestro is not Space Hitler, and Cullen Bunn's entitled to his own opinion. He's entitled to his own opinion because he wrote a Sinestro series, so he's got his own feelings about who Sinestro is, as opposed to my feelings about who Sinestro is. And by the way, Cullen, we'll see who Sinestro lasts the test of time. Which version of Sinestro will be remembered 10 years from now? That'll determine who Sinestro is. Jamal Igle, Gary Dugan, I don't know him. Jody Hauser, I don't know him. Michael Lark, I don't know him. So these are all big name creators. Alice Cott, I've heard of him. And Ramon Villalobos, I don't know who that is either. So these are big name creators that are coming out against us. In other words, here we are. All we're trying to do is we're trying to do our own comics. This is a big problem. We need to be squashed. We need to be lied about and squashed. We need to be attacked. Criticism is a vital part of any mature art form, but the biggest voices in Comicsgate aren't comic critics. In many cases, such as Van Sciver and Meyer, they're creators themselves. Well, wait, back up. Meyer is a critic. I am a creator. And by the way, I don't criticize anyone's comics. I can see what's going on with the movement. I talk in big terms. I would never sit there and pick apart someone like Jamal Igle. Give me a break. What a waste of time. It's like beating up a crippled puppy. I don't need to do that. We're talking about the bigger issue here, the bigger issue of the comic book industry. What's causing it to collapse has nothing to do with criticism of individual comics. The comics themselves and the people involved are just symptoms of the larger illness. They're just little germs buzzing around. We have to do something to actually save comics. Connor Ward, £5. I'm creating a Trump comic where he accidentally takes Alex Jones' super male vitality and becomes a superhero. I admire you greatly. Keep it up, EVS. Cool, Connor Ward. That sounds like fun. And thank you very much. Jake Surfer, $10. Hi, Uncle E. My wife, Monica, introduced me to you and Comicsgate. Don't tell the SJWs that she's a Latina woman. She is driving to work right now. And if you could shout out to her, it would make her day. Hi, Monica. How you doing? Happy to have you on board. And I won't tell anyone that you're a Latina woman. I just got a message. Here. I love when this happens. Finishing stages. Cyberfrog. Oh, yes. The Cyberfrog chess piece looks like it's finished. Cyberfrog chess piece is finished. Let me mail this to myself, and I'll see if I can show you guys the end result. This is oh wow, this looks cool. God, Comicsgate is fun. Here's the difference between what we're doing and what they're doing. They're miserable and they're trying to stop us from creating. We're happy and we're creating. I've never been happier in my life. All right, let's see. All this great stuff is going on. I guess I can just email this to myself. I'm trying to figure out how to get this onto my computer so I can actually share it on the screen. This would probably be the easiest way to do it. So, okay, send. Oh no, frog. I mean, I'm so happy about this. This is great. Nice chess piece. I'll put that up in a little bit. Stephen 4X, thanks for £5. Ethan, when people, SJWs, are attacking you and writing about you, then you know you are hashtag winning, hashtag free the pie. Well, thank you. Cheers. I had, like I said, I had 1.5 pies last night, and I feel like I earned them. And yeah, these people are making me very, very, very famous. This all inspires curiosity. Only the smallest percentage of people are going to avoid me after this and not check me out. And those who do check me out are going to cause my subscriber rate to skyrocket because we have fun here. We're actually a positive movement. This is negative. This is all negativity. Every aspect of this is negativity. Every aspect of SJWs in comics is negative. It's all negative. Who wants to be around this? Who wants to join in the weirdo radical movement of a sweaty little British kid who can't afford a sandwich but is so full of hatred, go listen to his Good Egg podcast. That's actually pretty fun. Good Egg podcast where he whines about being unemployed and staying in bed all day while his wife works for him. He whines about being mentally ill and all that. Hey, Kieran, keep it to yourself. Pal, keep it to yourself. You sweaty little furry French fry. Leave normal people alone. That's all I'm saying. Just leave normal people alone. All right. So Comicsgate doesn't stem from comics criticism. As a journalist, comics critic, criticism isn't editorial feedback. It's not for the artist, although artists can. It intersects with lobbies or campaigns, but that's not. This is all bullshit. All right. Look, there are people in Comicsgate that criticize these individual comics. They do it on their YouTube channels. They do it to probably mostly to make money. And to get their names out there. I am not that person. I criticize Star Wars. I am above this. Lumping me in with the idea of individual comic book criticism is silly. I am a comic book creator who has sold millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of comic books. Very few people that you list here as my critics can say the same. Let me see how many can. Well, you got Bill, but me and Bill are cool. Tom Taylor, no. Gail Simone, no, not at all. Nicholas Scott. Oh yeah, my God, Nicholas Scott's awesome. Jordan White, no, he's ruining everything, and he is anti-capitalist for the most part. And Jamal Igle, my God, what is Jamal Igle? Jamal, get a job. All of these people are fools. We are going to proceed. We're going to go forward. We're going to keep producing comics. They're terrified of us, and they don't need to be. I mean, I can understand that. Look, change is difficult, but change is coming. Change is coming. Comicsgate is happening whether you like it or not, little Kieran. I mean, Kieran, Comicsgate is happening whether you like it or not. And you could either join us or you can, complain about us, do your thing. But I mean, we are going to succeed. We're going to succeed gloriously. Oh no, it looks like I missed a super chat. Evan, I'm so sorry. Let me see. Did I? Is it right here? Oh, Evan James, $1.99. EVS equals Trump of comics. Make comics great again. Thanks, Evan. Yeah. People who say that think that's an insult. I think it's a compliment. I actually tell people, I'm like, look, on Twitter, the thing to do is to use Trump as a model. And I tell this to you guys too. If you're out there, if you're a comic skater and you're on Twitter right now, speak your mind. And ignore all criticism of it, just like Trump does. Get out there, post your tweet, and then mute or ignore, or don't block, just mute all criticism. It drives people crazy. Look at how crazy they get because Trump says what he wants to say, and there are 6 million responses to it, and none of them get answered. And there's obviously Trump isn't seeing them. Trump doesn't care. And the only people who do see and who do care are SJWs who are trying to virtue signal and impress each other. That's fine. Let them impress each other. But that doesn't make them any money. It doesn't get them anything substantial. It's not going to actually influence or win over the day in any real way. If I were you guys, I would just ignore and not engage. But still, this is fun. We can talk about this. Carlton76, thanks for $5. Back Brand by Antonio Bryce on Indiegogo. If you got some change, throw it Cyberfrog's way. That's right, Carlton. If you have any change, throw it my way. Throw it my way. But mostly back Brand. All right, so here's the other thing. No. I'm going to go off for a little while. Let me stop sharing. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to become extremely selfish here visually. All right, so I want to find this chess piece and show it to you. This is extraordinary. I mean, the great thing about Comicsgate is, again, we are doing this. We're doing this for ourselves. We're making this happen. We don't need permission. We don't need anyone's blessing. We don't need to argue about it. Let's see here. Open. Amio. This is just happening. This is just happening. It's gonna make some people sad, but that is too bad. All right, so let me see here. Let me get this going. Screen share. Share. Bop. Oops. There it is. This is the Cyberfrog chess piece. Let me see if I like it. Oh, it's not finished yet. It's not finished yet. It's missing the fingertips. They haven't put the fingertips on yet, or the toe tips. Look at that. That is absolutely terrific. Yeah. Very nice. So this is very, very small, of course. I couldn't be happier with it. Well, I'll probably, I'll go to them. I'll probably make a couple of changes. The shoulder fins are too big. These are way too big. Obviously, we need to fix the fingertips. Let's give them the fingertips here, right there, and the toe tips. But I have very few criticisms. This is just glorious. It's very, very detailed. People are asking if this is his penis. No, it isn't. It isn't. This is, I think, I think that's just to hold him up so that people can sculpt. You hold him up off of this block, right? I would think. Ultraviolence says, "Can we have it just as a statue?" Yeah, you can. I mean, that's that's what they're going to do. They're going to launch these as mini figures that basically will become a chess piece. You can just buy this and just keep this. That's fine. But that is awesome. Very, very happy. I'm going to respond to him right now. With the now, I'll do it later. They're in England, so they're what, like 5 hours ahead of me, somewhere between 5 and 8 hours ahead of me. I'll figure it out, and I'll just thank him for that. I think that's cool. What can I tell you guys? Look, I mean, this is fun. This is really, really fun. What is the status of the Cyberfrog video game? There isn't a Cyberfrog video game. I hope there is one day. I'm interested in that. I'm very interested in a Cyberfrog video game. I think more so than anything, I want a Cyberfrog video game. Sculpts and statues are easy. Gavin Smith says, "How big, Ethan?" The Cyberfrog, the chess piece is going to be like this, I would assume. Just the statue part of it, like this, and then he'll be on a base. Yeah. Ethan, do you have a blue lantern? I know it's blue in here. It's blue. Taxman, thanks for $5. Hey, boss, you really going to put out a second round of Cyberfrog? I missed the first round of funding, and I want to give you some cash to save comics. Taxman, I'm glad you asked. In the description below, you should see a link. Cyberfrog is out right now. I mean, what I did was I decided to, when I had to go to Indiegogo, Indiegogo said, hey, we normally don't let people do this, like relaunch a campaign, but he's like, we're giving you they said the whitelist. I was like, I hope that's not racist. They said, we're whitelisting you to go ahead and continue with this campaign because obviously it's massively successful. So right now, at the link below the description, and this is the main reason, this is the thing, today at noon, so today in 4 hours, we complete the first 24 hours of funding for Cyberfrog Blood Honey, the Salamandroid variant. This has people up in arms. It has people very, very excited about the chance to do this again. Hold on, let me find this. Wow, look at that. Look at that. All right, let's screen share once more. I think we can do that. Is it safe to screen share this? Yeah. Okay. I'll show you my screen. Hey, where did you go? Oh, there you are. Yeah, it's just boomerism all day long. Control plus one more time. Okay. See, somebody taught me how to do this. Somebody taught me how to oops. Hey, oh, there we go. Okay. Someone taught me how to blow up the screen, which is good. Cyberfrog Blood Honey comic book Salamandroid variant. This is only for 7 days. This is only for 7 days. So, people who were saying, hey, I missed out the first time. How do I get a copy of Cyberfrog? I want to support Comicsgate. I want a copy of Cyberfrog. The answer was always, you can't do it. You can't do it. I'm not, the campaign's over. I took it down. I took it down for good. But because the movement is growing so quickly and we are getting a lot of media attention, we're getting a ton of media attention. I decided that I would find a way to put the Cyberfrog campaign back up for a limited time. So seriously, this is it. It's 7 days. It's 7 days. And next week, when this is over, it's over. I'm not putting it up. There's no in-demand store or on-demand store. It's just, that's it. Now, if you didn't order before, this is a good time to order because this is going to be a Salamandroid variant cover of the same book. Same book, it's going to have a different cover on it. Okay, so we'll have 2 different covers. We're creating kind of a collector's item here. And I know that's got some people worried, like, hey, that means well, you don't have to buy it twice. Don't buy it twice. It's the same content. But what we are doing is putting up these just 2 tiers, 2 perks, okay, instead of the 500 perks we had last time. Hang on, Jesus Sabalas Jr., thanks for $2. Good morning, Ethan. You should name a villain Uranus. Uranus or Uranus? Did you mean to say Uranus? Uranus would be fine too. Our anus, our joint anus. 2 tiers. So one is the comic book, okay, and the comic book, of course, I'm going to just go ahead and attach all of the perks that came with the last funding round of funding. So when you buy at $25, you are going to get the comic book Blood Honey, but with the variant cover. At this point, it is not going to be chromium. It's going to be a regular cover. If we can get to $100,000 in 7 days, which would absolutely amaze me, then I'll go ahead and I'll make this cover chromium as well. Right now, it's just a flat regular cover. It'll be cardstock. It'll be nice. Salamandroid variant mailed to you in a rigid photo mailer. You will also get the bookmark. You will get 2 trading cards, and you will get a window cling sticker of Cyberfrog. RR anus because it's Robbie's initials, says Jesus Sabalas. Oh, got it. Okay, thank you. So you're going to get everything. So for $25, you get the signed, the autographed 48-page Cyberfrog Blood Honey comic book with the Salamandroid variant cover. You get 2 trading cards, you get a bookmark, and you get a window cling sticker. Okay, estimated delivery November. So you'll have these. You should have these definitely in time for Christmas, no matter where you live. All right, so $50 is the other tier. And this is it. These are the only 2 tiers we're offering. You get the comic book and the ash can. What is an ash can? An ash can is a mini comic. It's just a mini comic. All right. It's a brand new story, and it's called 1998. The ash can is called 1998. It tells the story. And by the way, these are sample pages from 1998 right here. Can we show these or no? I don't know if we can. Oh, there they are. These are sample pages from 1998 right here. This is Bill Clinton giving his speech announcing that he did indeed do bad things to Monica Lewinsky with a cigar. Heather Swain has her, she's skeptical. This is what 1998 looks like. This will be a mini comic, okay? So and this will tell the story of the end of the world. This tells you how it all happened. When the Vespis come to Earth and destroy everything. That'll be all in this book here. It's 18 pages long. So you get an 18-page mini comic. It will also be autographed. And you do get the variant cover of the Blood Honey comic book. Now, with this tier, you will also receive all of the perks that came with the original campaign, the original funding. You will receive the bookmark. You will receive the trading cards. You will receive the window cling sticker. Also, in addition to the ash can, you will receive a bonus ash can called Amphibionics #1. Whole other thing. It is a reprint mini comic of a book that I drew back in 1997 that did come out, but it was in black and white, and it only had, God, it might have sold 1,000 copies. So it's impossible to find. When you find it on eBay, it's hundreds of dollars. So Amphibionics #1, we've got that, and we took it and we got it colored. We colored it. You'll get that for free. Okay, that's going to get tossed in. So for the $50 tier, again, you'll receive your signed copy of Cyberfrog Blood Honey #1. Well, it's not #1. It's Cyberfrog Blood Honey with the Salamandroid variant cover. Okay. You will receive a bookmark. You'll receive trading cards, and you will receive a window cling sticker. You will also receive the Cyberfrog Ash Can called 1998 that I just showed you, 18-page mini comic. And then you will receive another mini comic, which is 20 pages long, called Amphibionics #1. All of this is going to ship in a rigid photo mailer envelope. You'll have it no matter where you are by Christmas. We're going to try to get them out to everyone by November, but some people live kind of far away, and we'll just do our best. We'll do our very, very best. Heck yeah. So, I mean, this is very exciting. So if you haven't backed Cyberfrog yet, now's the time to do it. I've also said that when we get to $50,000, if we get to $50,000, you never know. You never know. When you get to $50,000, we are going to donate $10,000 to a male cancer treatment charity in Great Britain. That is for those of us who actually care about people who are suffering with cancer and want to see them kind of do better. We'd like to do our part, as opposed to some of these anti-comic skaters who actually wished, quote unquote, dick cancer. These cancerous dicks wish that we would get dick cancer. All right, well, let's plan for that ahead by donating $10,000 to this cancer charity, and I think that's a good way to spend our money, and I think that's that'll make us all feel good. Now, a lot of people are just like, hey, you can't just give to charity all day long. Well, I know I'm not going to do that. This isn't going to be some kind of like this isn't the Jerry Lewis show. I mean, I'm still a capitalist. I'm out to make as much money as I can out of my Cyberfrog comic book. I want to show other people the new way to make money in comic books. I want to do that. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a swimming pool for Andrea. All of these things are important, but damn it. I mean, let's take a minute and let's just give some thanks, give back a little bit to a charity that we have chosen for a specific reason, as a way of just saying thanks. I mean, thanks to everyone. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to the fans, but also thanks to God, because we are doing such good that we're doing so well right now. It is clear. It just seems clear to me that we're having this kind of luck for a reason. We're absolutely having this luck for a reason. Carlton76 says, was Amphibionics part of the first campaign? Yes, it was. If you bought in at the $50 tier in the original campaign, you are getting a copy of Amphibionics #1. Okay. So the only reason, seriously, the only reason if you have already backed to back again is to get the variant cover edition of Cyberfrog Blood Honey. That's the only extra thing. The rest of it, count on it. You've already got it coming. You've got it coming. So don't worry about it. This is for people who are collectors. You want to collect this book, that's great. And for people who haven't pledged yet and are seeking the opportunity to pledge and back Cyberfrog. And I'm really grateful for everyone. The link, if you haven't yet done it, we've got 853 people watching right now. The link is below in the description. You've got 7 days. It's like that movie, The Ring. I basically told you, you got 7 days to back this. Ooh, look at me. How'd that happen? Why am I so bright? Come on, camera. Work out. Yeah, I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. All right, so what else is going on? So I made a video this morning, and the video I made this morning was about Rian Johnson losing his trilogy. Rian Johnson was going to be the director of 3 more Star Wars movies. he was going to triple down on failure. SJW's always double down. Rian Johnson is like super Soyan SJW. He's going to triple down on failure. So he is. There have been rumors going around. Like the video that I made, the rumor was that Rian Johnson lost his trilogy. It ain't happening, and that is the rumor. I know that because I spread the rumor. I started the rumor, and so I'm aware of it. Now, Rian Johnson has been asked several times, is he still getting to make a trilogy? Rian Johnson has avoided that question forever and ever. Hey, Connor Ward, thanks for £2. My girlfriend has cancer, so you have my full support. Oh, Connor. All right. Well, God bless you and your girlfriend. And, I got a lot of messages similar to yours, Connor. So you are not going through this alone at all. And thank you so much. Man, it's good. It's good to know that like we're doing good. We're selling comics and we're doing good things for people. Bless you and your girlfriend, Connor. And thank you for being here. All right. So anyway, somebody did finally ask Rian Johnson, hey, are you still doing this? And got an answer out of him. I just found this article this morning. Check this out. Hang on a second. Let me just share my screen. This is just, it better be deceptive. It better be deceptive. Share screen. Boom. By the way, do you want these exclusive Star Wars dice? I don't want them. I don't know. I don't want these at all. I don't know why these exist. Who wants these? Rian Johnson reiterates that he's still working on Star Wars movies. Look at him. Look at Mark Hamill, by the way, came out yesterday. Also, there's a lot of conflict going on Twitter. A lot of conflict right now. Of course, all we can do is kind of smile and laugh and do what we want to do. But there is a lot of conflict, and people are, arguing and saying what they want to say. I mean, really, without I don't know, without holding back. Somebody asked Mark Hamill. They said, "Why in the Last Jedi did Luke Skywalker give up everything? Why did he do that? Why did he become such a loser?" And Mark Hamill responded by saying, "When I know, I'll tell you." I mean, even Mark, it's like, I don't know how many more times Mark Hamill has to come forward and say, I hated episode 8. I hated what they did to Luke Skywalker. And by the way, if Mark Hamill agrees with us, what the hell are these other people? What the hell are these people of like making Star Wars, making wars, all these other weirdos? Why are they arguing? Why are they arguing that The Last Jedi was a great movie when Mark Hamill himself says it wasn't? I don't think you can argue with him. I don't think you could be arguing with Mark Hamill. So anyway, here's Rian Johnson. He's got a perfectly circular head. From any angle, it is a circle. Because Rian Johnson has been the target of controversy. I like controversy. From fans who weren't thrilled with The Last Jedi since the release of the film. By the way, this is StarWarsNewsNet.com. I think this is a shill site. Holy shit. Excuse my language. This better not be porn. Star Wars Lego Advent Calendar. What is this right here? Guess who's going to be buying a Star Wars Lego Advent Calendar this year? Are you even kidding me? Are you kidding me? Rose Tico. How can I get this? This is, it is porn in a way. Oh, look, live chat. Our operators are online. Average connection time, 25 seconds. Can I do that? Can we order Rose Tico right now? What do you mean no? Look at her. It's Christmas time with Rose. No? I have ordered these before. We have done the Star Wars Lego Advent Calendar. Does it come with porgs? That's a good question. No, I don't see a porg. I see this nice snowman. This is terrible. This is The Last Jedi. These are all Last Jedi characters. This looks dreadful, but I still want it. Yeah, it's not. It is out. It is out. Look, in stock, usually dispatched within 24 hours. All right. Go on a galactic journey of holiday fun in 2018 with the 75213 Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar. Behind the doors, you'll discover a star-studded collection of Lego minifigures, spaceships, vehicles, and more. And when you've collected all the gifts, unfold the playmat and create your own action-packed desert and ice planet scenes. Yeah. With this year's calendar, the holidays will arrive quicker than you can say, "Run, it's a rat tar." Features open a door every day to reveal 24 different Lego Star Wars themed gifts. I want 24 gifts. I would like 24 gifts. Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar features 5 minifigures and 3 figures. One of them is Rose Tico. Characters include Rose. Oh, by the way, nobody that you'd want. Seriously, unless you're like a fanatic, a Rose Tico fanatic, a Tico path, as they might say, there's no reason for you to be a part of this. You don't, you know, who wants this? Who wants this stuff? Nobody wants any of these. Models include a land speeder, the Arrowhead, Republic fighter tank. I'm the Republican fighter tank. Naboo starfighter, twin pod cloud car. General Grievous's starfighter, blaster cannon, Delta 7 Jedi starfighter, Imperial troop transport, TIE fighter, AT-ACT, by the way, it's not at ACT. All right. Let me tell you something. These millennials have beaten me down. I would ordinarily say at ACT, but I'm not. I'm saying AT-ACT. Right. Yeah, I do feel like I've cocked. I feel like I've cocked a little bit there. Zeta class cargo shuttle and an Imperial speeder bike. Weapons also include a blaster pistol, 3 blaster rifles, 2 blasters, and a lightsaber. Now they're ruining it for me. I know everything that's in this box. Why would they do this? They've ruined it. You know, do you really want to know what your gifts are before Christmas? Before the holidays? Tiberius Caligula Nero says, "Can you buy these and destroy them in videos?" I like destruction videos. It's inevitable. I think for Christmas we are going to be opening this. Yeah, we're going to be opening this calendar. Gung Ho Jedi, thanks for $2. Social Justice Warriors need more EVS. They do. They do. Taxman $2. I want a Star Wars Holiday Special event calendar. Oh my God. Yeah, can you imagine if they actually made a Lego Star Wars Holiday Special advent calendar? Taxman, that's a great idea. I would like all of the Wookiees. I would like Ed Norton, to be there complaining. What was Ed Norton doing, man? That was depressing. That was very, very embarrassing. I don't like this. I don't want to know what's in there. I don't want to know what's in there. Do I want anything else? No, I don't. I just want this. Yeah, I just want this. All right, very good. Let's get back to this here. Because Rian Johnson, and he's the subject of controversy, and people weren't thrilled with The Last Jedi. Nobody that I know was thrilled. Yeah, a series of Star Wars spin-offs since development on them has only just begun. Every now and then, speculation posing as a rumor comes along saying that they're going to be canceled. That's all me. I've done all of that. Like, if that is happening, it's because of me. It's my fault. Thank you. Rian Johnson has indirectly debunked those concerns via Twitter today when a fan asked if his movies are still being worked on, to which he said yes. Matt Allen, Rian Johnson, are you still working on your Star Wars trilogy? I'm waiting for it. Yup. Fist. Wow. So Rian Johnson just punched him in the face. He lied to him and then punched him in the face. Rian Johnson lies to his fans and punches them in the face on Twitter. Amusingly enough, this morning tweet came hours before another quote-unquote rumor about Lucasfilm getting cold feet about Johnson surfaced. But the thing is that Johnson has been in a pretty safe position at Lucasfilm for quite a while. Disney CEO Bob Iger was a fan of The Last Jedi. Oh, no, he wasn't. How could he be? He greenlit his planned trilogy of movies, and the studio saw no need to heavily overhaul his movie during the long period of post-production that the film had, aside from the aforementioned anger of a particular group of fans who ultimately make up a small portion. We'll see how small it is. We're at least worth $80 million. We are at least worth $80 million. So great, guys. Small portion. There's not a whole lot to actually substantiate the idea that Johnson's on his way out. Immediately after Solo's poor financial performance, Lucasfilm have told ABC that Rian Johnson movies are a priority for the studio. They're a priority for the studio Trebuchet, along with movies being developed by David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. the showrunners behind Game of Thrones. I think those guys are going to take some. I think they're going to take some preference and priority. There are other products being developed as well that have yet to be announced, even though both were discussed. Movies about Boba Fett and Obi-Wan Kenobi have not been confirmed to be in development by Lucasfilm. The one-off Star Wars spin-offs aren't being canceled. They're just being rethought as two major Star Wars movie series. One from Johnson and one from Benioff and Weiss will take center stage. The thing is that when working on a major product, much less a planned trilogy, development takes a bit of time. Yeah, it does it. Then why isn't he doing anything? So it's not surprising that there's an absence of casting news on this project. But the absence of news does not equate to nothing happening behind the scenes. It'll be years from the release anyway, at which point current hot take based anger will have likely subsided. I doubt that. I seriously doubt that. I think the anger over The Last Jedi will probably continue forever. This guy kind of, I don't know. This looks a little like me. I got to be honest with you. This is alarming. My head looks like this from this angle, except my nose sticks out more. That is worrisome to me. Yeah. What do I do about that? Can you get surgery to square off your head? I would like to know. I would like surgery to square off my head. Stop making it round. Yeah, twins, round head EVS. I'm not that, my head isn't round though. It just, from that angle, I look a little bit like Rian Johnson. It's worrisome. Yeah. So, all right. Well, listen, guys, I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all for joining me here on the morning show. I'll be back a little bit later. Am I being back? What am I doing today? I think, I don't know if I'm going to be back later. I might make another video. What do you guys think of that? Yeah, my head is oblong. I would say that. $563,000 worth of plastic surgery. Whatever it takes, and that's what I have. That's what I have to give. Nickel Dime, thanks for $1.99. Leia used her female force powers to choke out Jabba. Oh, wow. That's a good theory. That is a good theory. Bootsy points out Clavin. That's right. So I'll be on Andrew Clavin today at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be watching Ava, so I doubt I'm going to be able to do too many videos today. But don't, for 1 second, do not let that convince you that I don't love you. I do love you very much. Appreciate you guys. Evan James, thanks for $4.99. Aragorn will return. Beware Sauron. Beware Sauron the left and his nasty SJW orcs and trolls. Yes, that's what we're going through right now. That's what we're going through. So I do love you guys. I'll try to be on later tonight, and we will pick up with. Well, we'll see. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how I feel. But I'll try to do. I'll try to do a Comicsgate live tonight with all the peoples. Ava's behind you, EVS. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I would see her. I can see. I can see the whole room. And anything's a good excuse to eat more pie. I love you guys. Have a great morning today. Go get something good done. Back Cyberfrog, back some Comicsgate books if you can. I'm going to check in at noon. I'll make the final announcement of what the first 24 hours of funding ended up at for Cyberfrog. So I'm counting on you. Spread the word, spread the link, tell everyone, let them know in case they're not aware. And I will see you on Clavin later on this afternoon. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.